Isak is essential and Haaland is an avoid. That's what we'll cover in today's forwards tier list, which you can also remix and make your own version of via the link in the description. I'm not earning commission. Apart from your tiers, I'll enjoy all those. The only essential forwards, in my opinion, are Watkins and Isak. If you don't have any of these for Game Week 1, you may as well delete your FPL team now. No chance of you doing well. Watkins was the top point scoring forward last year and also had the most combined goals and assists and even the most assists out of any player, never mind FPL points. And Isak wasn't far off the goals despite being injured for parts of the season and actually scored more points than Watkins on points per match. With both of them being under 10 million and the slight change in the bonus point system, both of them are essential. You must have them. The bargain boys include Havertz, mainly because he's cheaper than his teammates like the likes of Saka and Odegaard, but also he was Arsenal's top point scorer for the latter half of the season, so could even do better than them. Hakuna Mateta actually did score more points than the likes of Haaland, Watkins and co at the end of the season, so 7.5 is still definitely a bargain for him. And Alvarez could very well be a bargain if and when Haaland gets injured, or if he just starts starting like he did at the start of last season. I've put Pedro and Armstrong in here too as penalty taken forwards for 5.5 million. That's pretty damn sexy to me, and they could very well be the exact players you need to build that perfect squad, so that's why they've made it there. As Joe Hart would say, it is decent, and the decent section has some decent players. Most of them are around the mid price point. There are some cheaper alternatives, there are some slightly more expensive that are just better. Most of them will probably be solid all year and will have those purple matches making us want to jump on them, but none of them stick out just yet to be chosen over any of the other players, I think. Solanke and Muniz are, I guess, the only nailed on ones you know they're going to be starting every game for their squad right now, as Tony could end up moving to a different team, and if he does, he actually goes up the list. Nunez and Gakpo are going to fight it out for that starting spot, but if either of them nail down that striker spot for Liverpool, then they're definitely a bargain. And even Haaland and Richarlison could be rotated too, but if they start every game, all of a sudden they're a bargain too. Some of them could well be spanktastic throughout the season, but for Game Week 1 and our current knowledge of the squads and the setups and the lineups, they're only decent. The not for me section is just, nah, not for me. They might be for you, but nah, it's not for me. Jackson, yeah, not for me. Kuna, yeah, not for me. The rest of them, yeah, not for me. Sure, some of them will get the points. Some of them will bag those random hauls and hat-tricks, and you just know some random geezer's going to triple captain one of them in Game Week 1 or Game Week 2, and they're going to score all the points. You're like, we need them now. But realistically, if you are picking one of these over any of the other fellas here, I think you're just trying too hard to be a bit different, because, yeah, I don't think for Game Week 1 any of these are better than the rest. If you go for them, it's just going to be one big boy. Unlucky. Then we have the avoid section, and yes, I am saying we should avoid Haaland. Not clickbait. I am saying it. Now, it's not because I think Haaland won't do well. He's probably going to get the golden boot and probably going to be up there for all of the FPL points too. But for a whole 15 million, you could almost afford any two of these forwards combined for that price. So if you have him, I feel like it's just hurting the rest of your squad a bit too much to actually make the worth out of it, because the likes of Watkins, I mean, could even score more points than him again, never mind get close. Foden also outscored Haaland last year. It doesn't mean it will happen again, but he did do it last year, and he's also 5.5 million cheaper. I do not think I can go for Haaland. He is an avoid. Then we also have the likes of Wilson, Jesus, Xerxes, Lukaku, and Igor Thiago. Excuse me, Lukaku's here. Yes, he is still a Chelsea player. Even though some of these are brand new signings, so you would imagine they do have a place in their squads, they're probably not likely to be the first choice forwards right now, especially for Game Week 1. And they are all slightly priced higher than options we know are guaranteed starters and even take penalties. So for now, they're definitely a void at some point throughout the season. You never know, halfway through the season, half of these could be essential. But right now, avoid them. And that is my forwards tier list done. Let me know if you don't agree with any of my choices here. And a reminder, you can remix and create this tier list yourself with a link in the description, and go and share them with me on Twitter and I'll have a look what you're saying. That's going to be all. Thanks for watching, and also remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.